What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you all having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of YNR, I have to agree with Sally. I really do. I agree with Sally. I think Adam definitely should stay with Newman Media and Newman Lock. I think he should. Because the way he need to knock Victoria off her high horse. Because the way she came up in his office gloating, this heifer took out a tape measure. Like the audacity. She is so like up here, with her ego and talking about, oh, I can be a mentor to you. She is really trying her best to get Adam to quit at this point, because we all know Victoria don't want Adam working for her. She don't want Adam within 5 feet of Newman Lock. You know what I mean? But in order to secure the deal, she had to. So she's doing whatever she can at the moment to drive him out. And it was working. It was definitely working because Adam didn't want to work for her, and I can't blame him. Because he was pissed at Victor for even basically pulling the rug out from under him. Something tells me Victor has a plan, though. I just get the feeling Victor has a plan because Victor did all of this without so much as a fight against Victoria. No argument, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, something tells me he up to something, especially with hiring Michael Baldwin. And he mentioned he doesn't trust Ashland, so he's definitely onto something. And I think that's why he prefers if Adam stays with the company. But he told him, he was like, listen, if you want to walk, I'm still selling the company. But I think it's in Adam's best interest to stay because Adam could easily go off and start his own company. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a hassle to even do that because then you got to put in your own money. You got to find investors. It's a lot. And you're not going to have the resources of a bigger company. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to start out small. So I do agree with Sally on that aspect. At least if he stays with Newman Media, he not only runs Newman Media, but you run ChanceCom, you're running their sports division, all of that combined. It expands his power base. Plus, you have the resources to do what you pretty much need to do. And he could take Victoria and Ashland down all at the same time without them even noticing it. It's smart. And I think Adam definitely should do it because he would prove to the world that he's up to par in the business community. And I always thought Adam was a good businessman. I mean, dude went to Harvard Business. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have stuff handed to him. He actually went to school, earned his degree, he earned his title, he worked on Wall Street. Like, he's a smart guy. He knows money, he knows business. Um so anyway, moving on from that, Sally and Chelsea really need to stop with their foolishness because they're messing up the business right now, and Chloe is fed up with it because they're acting like two high school kids, two teenagers. Like all of this over Adam. It's like relax. I honestly feel like Chelsea needs to go in terms of being let go from Newman Media and the Newman Fashion line. She needs to go because ever since Chelsea's been back and she's been a part of the company, she hasn't contributed any ideas that's going to help expand the business. Sally and Chloe have been doing most of the legwork. Chelsea hasn't done anything really but gripe at Sally and complain about Sally and run to Adam's office to make a play for him. That's all she's been doing. She hasn't done anything to contribute to the success of the business. So she can go, in my opinion. Like, I don't blame Sally for being upset that she was cut out of the videos from New York and stuff when she went to New York on business and she shot some videos and stuff. The videos were edited to take her out the video. And Chelsea sitting there talking about, well, this isn't the Sally show. No, but it's not the Sally show. But at the end of the day, she should get credit because she was the one in New York doing all the work. You know what I'm saying? So she should get credit for that work. It's not like she was all up in the video and she didn't capture any of the fashions or nothing like that. She did that. But she so happened to be in the video. She should get credit for it. People always should get credit for their work. And it just seems like Chelsea didn't want to give her any credit. Um, Sally need to find a way to get Chelsea out that company. Like, she really do. Same way she maneuvered Summer ass out of town, you need to maneuver this girl out this business. Because I think Sally is a better fit for Newman, for the Newman fashion platform than Chelsea is. Chelsea had two failed fashion companies. They were hot in the beginning, but then she messed them up. So in my opinion, she shouldn't even be, in this position. She shouldn't even be a boss. Chloe either for that matter, because their both their resumes read like the obituary. So I feel like they both need to go. But I could tolerate Chloe a little bit more than Chelsea at this moment. Um, because at least Chloe is more about her business. You know what I'm saying? Like she sees the value in Sally, whereas Chelsea just wants to snipe and gripe at her over Adam, and it's ridiculous at this point. I definitely feel like Sally has an ulterior motive for keeping Adam at Newman Media. She has her own reasons for doing it. She tried to make it seem like she didn't, but she did. You know, she liked being around him. And if he left, then that means she wouldn't be working with him anymore. So of course she wanted him to stay. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Ashland is definitely trying to squeeze Victoria out. That he's making his move at this point. Because I said it from day one, I did not trust Ashland, and he's proven me right at this moment. I don't trust him because he's doing a lot of shady stuff behind her back. Like now he's talking to Nate about bringing him on to Ask MD now because they're talking about expanding it, and he wants Nate to be a part of it or whatever. My thing is, what about Elena? Elena works for Ask MD now, and now he wants to bring Nate on. Um, Victoria was not happy when she found out about that. She was not happy because Ashlyn did not speak to her about this at all. And he's sitting there talking about, oh, well, I'm not going to run to you every time I need permission to do something. Yeah, you technically do have to come to her for permission because if I remember correctly, the hierarchy at the company is as follows: Victor is still chairman of the board, Nikki is chief operating officer, which makes her the second in command to Victoria, and Victoria is the CEO. So, what exactly does Ashland do at the company? What's his title? Because the CEO is the one in charge of the whole damn company. So you do need her permission to do anything. And he's not getting her permission. He's taking business meetings behind her back, closing deals behind her back. Victoria need to wake up and smell the Folgers. Like you need to cut your losses with him and find a way to get him about this company because he's trying to maneuver. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And now I see why Victor making the moves that he making. It may look like Victor's pitting his children against each other, but Victor got some type of plan he brewing. Because Victor don't trust this man, and nor should he. Ashland is definitely up to his shit. Um, and I can't wait to see Victoria face though when Adam comes up in there saying that he's gonna keep his job because he's thinking about it after talking with Sally. He definitely mulling it over, and I don't blame him. He should definitely stay. It's a smart move. Take their asses down. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, I understand, Abby's desperate to get Chance some help, but she can't force him into therapy. And I'm glad Sharon basically came over and told her that. Like, Sharon is happy to be his therapist, like, to try to help him out and stuff with his PTSD and all that stuff that's going on with him mentally. She wants to help him, but she can't do it based off of everything Abby's telling her because it's third party hearsay. Like, she needs to assess him herself by talking to him. And the only way to do that is for Chance to get therapy himself. Like he has to want it. And Chance does not feel like he needs therapy, even though he does. He definitely needs therapy, but he doesn't feel he does. Um, he thinks that he's ready to go back to work, and that's his answer to this is to go back onto the force and keep busy. And I'm glad Ray mentioned that to Sharon that he doesn't think that that's a good idea because I don't either. Because being a cop, you have to be sharp. You have to be mentally all there to be a cop because you can put your life on in danger, you can put your partner's life in danger, you can put other people's life in danger if you're not mentally prepared for that kind of position. You know what I'm saying? And he's not at all. I definitely feel like Chance going back to work is a bad idea right now. He need to go get him some help. um so Chance and Chelsea ended up bumping into each other, and he made mention of how Dominic is over at Devon's and stuff. And I understand, Chelsea tried to comfort him and stuff by telling her own story about Johnny and how she had to give him up because it was the right thing to do because she couldn't give him what he needed at the time, and Victoria and Billy could. I understand where she was coming from with that, but at the same time, her situation with Johnny 10 years ago is not the same situation that Chance and Abby are in. Chance and Abby have the resources to take care of this child. They got love. You know what I'm saying? There is love in the household. I feel like it was crazy for Abby to even agree to joint custody, shared custody with Devon. I think that was ridiculous. Um, because for the simple fact that they all knew the deal when they got involved in this mess, and I knew it was gonna turn into a mess from day one when it happened. She should have never gave in to him. I really feel like she shouldn't have. I think that was insane. I definitely would have. No, Devon knew what he was doing when he signed that contract. He agreed he was just going to be a donor. He should have kept it at that and moved on. But of course, he got attached because he has a biological connection to the child, and they need to do something about that last name because I'm not feeling that Newman, Chancellor, Abbott, Winters. Like, why give that child that long ass name? It's like, I understand y'all want the world to know that he's a part of Genoa City's elite, but that's too long of a name. Like, absolutely not. I would never go to school and write all that down. Dominic, Newman, Abbott, Champ. I would never in my life write all that down. Ever. Mm-mm. No, that's too much. Hell no. That is way too many names. Nope. Nope, not gonna happen. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't blame Sharon for feeling how she feel. I mean, she's getting that empty nest syndrome. Faith is looking at colleges now and stuff, out of state colleges, and of course Sharon wants her to start looking at GCU because she wants to keep her close. But I mean, that's a part of growing up. The kids, they grow up, they leave the nest. It happens. That's the beauty of life. You know what I mean? Because Ray was trying to talk to Faith too about how family, being around family is important and stuff. It is, but I mean, if she wants to go to an out of state college, I don't see what's wrong with that either. It's all dependent on what she wants to do. The best school for her. It's really about getting the best education that you can. So if she feels like an out of state school can do that, I say she should go for it. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.